now, if not the single best raw aim player in the world. So I definitely respect the ban coming out of Vaxei there. But this is pretty much exactly what Tuna did into mrekk, is first pick tech and keep picking tech and control maps into him. And I think the ban strategy gives that away for mrekk as well, so that's what we're going to see first picked up here for Vaxei, is the tech map in no mod. This one's just kind of wild. You've got ridiculous spacing on 202 BPM streams. You've got massive sliders and high velocity all across the map, as well as some really fast changes in slider velocity near the end of the map. You get these little repeat sliders that are super slow and that you have to hold on to for a long time, contrasted with these types of sliders that you see in the first PI time.
Yeah, and some of the space streams just have so many awkward variations on top of that. And it's pretty much just like slider eye candy though at times too. It's a very entertaining map to just kind of take in, and both players kind of opening up pretty hot. Vaxei is going to catch an early miss despite having the ACK lead, and mrekk is going to slowly build up to a lead himself going into this break section. Oh, but not if that happens. Whoa, hold on there.
That accelerating stream is
there.
Pretty rough. That accelerating stream is so difficult to deal with. We've seen so many players miss on that exact stream throughout the weekend already. Vaxei hitting it, but missing earlier on, and because of that, the score difference is really not that high right now. And mrekk with the combo lead, is down in accuracy, but drops the combo as well, does find the slider break there on the miss aim, and that miss aim on the stream is going to cost even more accuracy. That chain miss is just too much, man. It's now a very big score lead for Vaxei, 50k up.
Yeah, here's where these triple transitions can kind of like shake the momentum up, where you're stabilizing your cursor for a quick second and then just going right into these sliders with just the most absurd shapes ever. And Vaxei is going to catch a miss there, but I think he built up his combo enough to where he's a very comfortable spot, especially with the accolades, especially just kind of looking so dominant all around. And this is going to be a good opening point. Pretty solid. Nothing much else to say there.
Yeah, I think this is, Vaxei very clearly knowing that he is better on tech maps than mrekk right now, knowing that he is generally the better player with finger control, aim control types of skill sets. It's definitely the ban strategy that mrekk went for in this matchup, and Vaxei with the first pick that makes a lot of sense considering it. So a really solid score from actually both players. We've seen a lot of score lines around this 350k, 270k on this map for the winner and loser respectively, so not all that surprising to see it come out between these two as well. So many fantastic players left up right now.
mrekk going right into Hard Rock too. Not too surprised. He does actually like playing these types of maps. It is kind of technical rhythmically, like the rapping verses are pretty awkward to manage, I'd say. A lot of alternating going on while maintaining those grid streams and jump transitions the whole time. It's a very weird Hard Rock map. And also, God, I can't forget the CS 7.86? I forget what it is. 7 point something.
It is CS 7.8 on this map is the circle size. We are almost CS 8. Not quite there yet, but we'll find a way. This is a really old style map. It's not quite grid snapped, but it's very, very certainly in homage to the original Chocobo map from way back when. This is a solid free mod map at this level as well. If we had free mod, we do not. But there goes mrekk's combo early on. Vaxei holding on to the FC right now. Similar accuracy for both players. Score lead not that high at the moment. We saw this picked up earlier in Badu versus Intercambing. And basically, it kind of comes down to whether you can combo the ending if, you chain miss the wiggles near the end or not. There's a lot of other patterning to miss on just like that.
Catch one on that slider, though. I think that was a slider break.
I'm not sure if it was a miss on... Yeah, it was a slider break.
Has the S there. These breaks are so long. It's just mrekk knows the position he's in, and going into this section here, this is where it gets more grid-like. The first quarter, not so much, but the second half is where it kind of eases into that, and then, yeah, like you said, the wiggle streams, and I think there's even some backtracking shenanigans that can go on, too. It's just, the second half just doesn't, it just continues to go on and on. It doesn't let up.
Yeah, That section, definitely the easiest part of the map, as now we head into the Wiggles. mrekk with a slight combo lead. Both of them dropping, though, on the 1/3 space stream there. And now it's just accuracy, actually, keeping it in Vaxei's favor. Holds about a full % ac lead over mrekk at the moment. And mrekk now just has to combo the Wiggles better than Vaxei here at the end.
It's not going to matter until someone breaks here, and it is going to be mrekk first. Vaxei is going to be trudging through this. And we might see a break point here if Vaxei can keep this combo up. the troll break there, but it's not going to be enough, I think.
It's not going to happen at the end here for mrekk. He already knows. You can see the cursor just not moving around. There's no combo there at the end of the map after the Wiggles. Comes down to Vaxei, more consistent combo at the start of the map. Both players really completely even before the Wiggle section, and Vaxei just hits all of the Wiggles. Gets long slidered there at the end with the slider ticks, but doesn't matter. 60k up on the point.
I will say, mrekk is coming off, or not even really coming off, because they didn't. From what I've heard, he hasn't really slept at all. So a bit on the tired side, not Johnning him, or not Johnning for him. Just saying, definitely affect a game like this where explosivity and focus is crucial. But, definitely holding his own. Just kind of caught some unfortunate breaks in the second half there. And Vaxei is going to be able to capitalize off of that and get his first break point of the tournament.
First break point of the match. We've definitely seen break points in the rest of the tournament. But yeah, first break point this match against mrekk. And it's on his first pick, too.
I didn't even realize this.
So it's a super early good start for Vaxei, already off to the 2-0. And going on to Verflucht now, the second pick here. This is No Mod 2. Not your typical No Mod 2 in this tournament. This is all about can you hit the really disgusting spacing sections, and that's pretty much it. There's a couple, finger control sections. There's a couple longer streams, but they are 180 BPM. Neither of these players are going to have trouble with the stamina on those. It is all about those high spacing sections and whether you can hold your nerves during them or not.
Yeah, this map really teeters between very innocently placed streams, very normal, casual, what you can expect from a map like this normally, and then it just hits you out of thin air. With some of the most absurd space streams, it just like punches you when you least. It's like a sucker punch, really. But mrekk is actually going to catch an early, surprising break. So,
yeah, early slider break on a miss aim near the end of a couple jumps there. So we do see both players though doing completely fine, hitting the giant spacing there. Those are the types of sections we're talking about. Accelerating, decelerating streams here and now in the halfway point of the map. Not giving either of them trouble at the moment, but mrekk is the one to find another break, finds a second slider break there on the transition pattern once again, and Vaxei is just going off, man, holding on to the FC. Finally drops there. mrekk actually hits that pattern, but the combo lead just isn't there to try and claw back this massive score deficit.
I was going to say, though, hats off to mrekk for those recovery strats. Recovering on a stream-oriented map can be it's honestly a skill in of itself, doing that, in that type of setting. So, definitely mitigating some of the worst damage that could have happened. But going into the second half, there's really not a lot of map left. This is also a very short map. And with the combo advantage on Vaxei's side, I don't know. Yeah, I think this is going to be 3-0. This is going to be a hot 3-0 out of the gate.
Yeah, mrekk at this point, you can see he's just not happy with how he's playing right now. Definitely, I think, based on the sleep schedule, not playing at his absolute peak at the moment, but Vaxei is still just putting up really fantastic scores. Only missing on the one pattern, I believe, in that map for Vaxei, so a really, really solid score overall. And mrekk, unfortunately, just not quite as consistent as he would like to be on this pick. But does have the chance to try and put himself on the board. Next up, we do have a best of 13 on our hands. His first to 7 points wins this match. So we are not close to the end yet. mrekk still has several chances to get his mojo back, make sure he can get his head in the game, and put some points on the board to keep it close in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely no stranger to comebacks. Most top players, in this pool so far have had pretty interesting comebacks in some cases. I think intercamming versus Vaxei was one of those where intercamming was, it was kind of giving Vaxei a run for his money, and then Vaxei just bringing it back. don't see why mrekk can't do the same thing either. Definitely has that talent, has that just vitriol too, just really wants to get into the grand finals or winner's side of that pool or of that tournament and just really try to get some momentum going again. But Hard Rock 3, I don't know. I could see this. This one, I could see this. Definitely song buff in mrekk's eyes. Definitely bops with this. So we'll see how this goes.
This map is so brutal, man. This is just so ridiculously brutal. You have anything from back and forth overlapping patterns that double back on themselves. You've got just super high spacing flow aim streams at 129 BPM. You've got some really ridiculous high BPM snap aim, the 258 BPM jumps equivalent, and it is just, I guess they're both here for it, man. The song is pretty good on this one, and we've seen this picked up, I think, every match this weekend so far. 3 for 3 right now on the pick, so we'll see if mrekk can make this one work for him. This is definitely a really tricky map to try to perform on.
Oh yeah, some of these patterns maybe like jump out of my chair. Like my eyes were like, I was like, what is going on? And some of these patterns just get so wacky throughout. Like I couldn't even process some of them when I was trying to like review and look over this map. But Vaxei really opening up pretty well at this one again. Really, honestly, has been having really great intros or just first halves here. Just able to get that score advantage out of the gate and show a bit of dominance. And mrekk's still kind of holding on though. So on those cut streams and the reading required for those, like what is going on there? It's so wacky.
Both of them are hitting this, actually. Vaxei finally misses on the ladder rectangle stream there. Not really sure what to call the pattern. mrekk able to hit the Pog pattern, though, and is closing in on the score lead to boot. Does have similar accuracy. This is definitely a winnable pick right now for mrekk. He's going to see the leaderboard here on the pause, though. He's going to know he has to hold on to the combo. He's not quite ahead at this point yet.
No, yeah, definitely enough map. This is actually a longer map for one, something you can come back from. And mrekk's kind of balling out, trying to swag out a little, get some combo going, feeling that song, feeling the flow of it, feeling the flow aim of it, really, and just trying to get something going as this long spinner comes in. Give it a little bit of breathing room, get yourself back in check. You don't want to get caught lacking. If you get caught lacking, you're gonna be a rude awakening, cuz. But
it's looking like he's not slacking at all, man. Still holding on to the combo. He just needs to hold for a little bit longer, and this is in the bag, or hope for a miss from Vaxei. Neither of them break on the back and forth patterns there as well. We're on to basically the ending of the map. It's down to the wire here. Even if mrekk misses now, there's still a chance that Vaxei brings it back, but no, it's going to be mrekk able to close it out. Really solid ending there. Misses the very last note in the map, but it does not matter. 700k, definitely enough.
That was for the fans. That miss was for the fans, 100%. Honestly, these scores, what am I looking at? Why are these two scores together? Like, how do you get... What? I don't even know.
Yeah, you look at the Hard Rock leaderboard for this map, and these are like number 5 and 6 or something like that. I don't know. Just really fantastic scores from both of them. They might not even be 5 and 6. They might be 3 and 4 or something like that. I know Spare has a Hard Rock score on it, and then Badu set the best Hard Rock score on the map earlier today, as one does when you play alt maps. So there's a really competitive Hard Rock leaderboard on that map, and I think both of those scores are very high up on it. Really solid plays from both of them, but mrekk finally with a point on the board. That's very big for the mental. You don't want to be down 4-0, over halfway to the win for Vaxei at that point, so very important point for mrekk to win. And now, we get into Hidden 1, the next pick for Vaxei.
I gotta say, listen, I think we're at an all-time high for viewers now. I see you all listen to me. I hope your first date goes well if you listened to the stream earlier. And yeah, let's try and hit 3K, homies. Good stuff. I almost said the other word that our sponsors would not like, but what they do like is this tournament and us, because homies support homies, which is YUKI AIM and HyperX. Thank you for being homies for sponsoring the tournament. But with that out of the way, yeah, let's get into this Hidden 1 pick, or Hard Rock one. Which one?
This is hidden one, sir.
I got lost in the sauce. Everyone gets a little. It's
Etienne
midnight.
spending too much time sending a Snapchat to the e-girls asking if they want to watch Vaxei versus mrekk in the VC right now, but
Yes, sir.
you know, we'll get back on track a little bit here. Really awkward flow aim, awkward snap aim in this map. 250 BPM. Honestly, a little bit similar to the last pick in terms of how the map is structured. mrekk with an early miss though, not quite as solid as Vaxei on this one. Off to an early double S for Vaxei. No trouble on the intro there.
I always keep forgetting how blistering fast these hidden ones have been lately. And I love it. I actually like the aggression of these hidden one picks in general. I don't know. They're just very entertaining. It's like a, I've always said this. It's like a pseudo hidden double time pick because of the BPM, but it doesn't have hidden double time like patterns that you would normally see for the star rating. Like a DT, like it's not DT1 patterns, but it's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like DT1 speed, but hidden one patterns, I guess is the word or the phrase I'm looking for.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it like basic aim patterns in this one. It's like a weird mix between flow aim and snap aim. You got a lot of patterns that double back on themselves, like in these jumps, and those on hidden are honestly not that uncomfortable, but uncomfortable enough that if you're not paying attention, you're just gonna miss because you didn't read it properly. But both of them looking very solid right now. You know, 140 combo lead or so for Vaxei at the moment, just due to the early miss from mrekk right at the start of the map. Score lead, not huge right now. It's about 75k in Vaxei's favor, which is a pretty large margin generally speaking, but now relatively speaking also massive. That slider break from mrekk is just damning. Now that 100k margin for Vaxei is massive. There's no combo on mrekk to take advantage of a miss, and suddenly that 100k is almost set in stone.
Yeah, that's going to turn into 200k very quickly if this keeps up. This is probably the best Vaxei has looked so far in this match. And those, oh my god, those horizontal streams, those horizontal jumps can be very tricky to hit as well. You know, not the most friendly, depending on, you know, your hand position or your pen grip, I guess. You know, it can be very awkward to maneuver, especially at this BPM. But yeah, Vaxei with the, yeah, like I said, 250k lead now. Looking super solid going into this last break.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really anything that mrekk can do at this point. It's a sealed up point for Vaxei. The only question is whether he completes the FC on this run or not. We're looking to him to pull that out of his hat. Maybe we'll see an FC here in this match. We've seen a couple throughout this weekend. Not very many. We've seen a couple on the finals pool.
Yeah, and honestly, mrekk seeing the score deficit, I'd imagine he's probably thinking of his next pick. I would probably be in that position too, but obviously wants to finish it out, you know, get a bit of confidence going, you know, definitely still wants to put on a good show. Catching another miss there, and that, you know, that's going to more than solidify it. Are we going to see, actually, I'm going to hold my breath this time. I've learned from the last 6 times
Are we going to see it, chat? Is he going to pull out the full combo? He's got the cursor going. He's trying. He's almost at the end of the map. Surely nothing can go wrong here. Right at the end of the pick. He's just got a little sliver of map left, closing in on 1,000,000 points. He's almost got it here for Vaxei, and that's definitely going to be the full combo. No way he misses here at the end of the map.
Why does this work for you? Every time I mention he's good, like if I say he's going to FC it right now, like he would just end up missing within like 2 seconds, but I guess that's not the case. But he's going to catch an FC in a finals map pool. Can we just go by, like, can we just talk about that principle alone?
Yeah, anytime you FC a map in a finals map pool, it's really remarkable. Very solid score from Vaxei. Very clearly super comfortable on that type of map. Very clearly comfortable on the mod as well. mrekk definitely not, you know, known for being a hidden gamer. It's not his preferred mod in tournament play, that's for sure. But Vaxei, you know, very, very solid all around. I don't think really has a super preferred mod, but plays a lot of hidden in solo. Plays a lot of these types of aim maps in solo as well that are just really awkward, have tons of overlapping patterns in them like this one. So not very surprising.
Yeah, and mrekk kind of thinking of, you know, being a little more cautious of what he wants to opt for. Kind of respect that. You know, was a little hasty or maybe just, a bit confident in their picks, but now that the map list is slowly dwindling down, I don't know, could we expect a Nomad, what is it, 5 maybe? No,
I would not expect Nomad 5 from mrekk. DT1 though makes sense. mrekk is not a low approach rate gamer, that's for sure. It's certainly not his preferred skill set, but
I guess I was just so surprised how well he performed on some of the low AR picks, at least the Nomad ones from what I recall. So I don't know. I mean, obviously Vaxei, definitely a seasoned veteran in the tournament scene for low AR stuff too, but I don't know. I guess, you may as well pick your DT stuff if it is open in the wild, especially if you are comfortable at this, like mrekk is, pretty much the king of hidden double time shenanigans. And, this taking the hidden off just makes it easier for him, honestly.
But at the same time, you gotta give credit where it's due to Vaxei, right? I mean,
that's the problem.
That's a toss-up pick for sure, man. This is not by any means favored towards either of these players. I don't think they have the exact same score right now on the intro, just to prove the point, right? AR 10.5, 267 BPM doesn't matter for them. They're still gonna be relatively comfortable on this pick because they farm stuff that's way harder than this with the same exact type of metadata. So we'll see who's more comfortable on it in the tournament setting. We do get, again, identical accuracy. One extra 100 dropped for mrekk there. And that's really all there is because they're both just full comboing. They both still have impeccable accuracy. Really solid start for both of them.
Now, the biggest part to look out for this map, there is a huge difficulty spike, at least from what I understand. It's the horizontal jumps around 1,000 combo, I believe. It's before the last break. It is a complete kick in the gut to really just go for, especially if you have a good lead. It can just toss that right out the window if the match is close enough. But I don't know. I'm curious how both players are going to fare on that part, because even for the most seasoned jump players, it can just be so brutal to hit on command.
I think the big difference between that section and the rest of the map isn't necessarily spacing, because you do get a ton of really high spacing patterns in the rest of the map. It's just how many jumps in a row there are. And granted, they are very high spacing as well, so you've got sort of that really tough combination. This part as well is a little bit more difficult, I think, than some of the previous patterns. And there's Vaxei actually dropping a miss on that more difficult pattern.
Here we go. Here's these. I think they're going to be coming in soon.
mrekk actually misses on them. He's up 70k. He's up 70k, and there's only a 100 combo lead on Vaxei. That's not a big combo lead at all. It's going to be so close, though, going into the ending.
It's going to be down to the wire. mrekk really needs to hold on. He's looking so well here. Was able to build up that combo, and just going to have to bring it home into this last chorus. Just needs to hold on. Cannot afford to miss one more time. Is pretty much pigeonholed into keeping this combo.
There's only so much map left for Vaxei, though. If he wants to try and take this breakpoint, he needs even better accuracy than what he already has. That score lead is just not going down fast enough. It's 45k right now. That's still more than enough for mrekk to keep this, but he has to hold on to the combo. Like you said, if he misses, it's going to evaporate basically instantly. But no miss comes through at the end of the map for either player. And it is mrekk able to take it home. 800k on the score, up a little less than 40,000.
Absolutely fantastic stuff by mrekk. Really was just able to open up. That's the thing. mrekk was just struggling to open up these maps with a solid combo, with a solid first half, build up that confidence, show a bit of, prowess. But it's Vaxei. It was Vaxei the one who cracked, and this could be the beginning. That's all I'm saying. This could be the beginning. We might be getting a lot closer of a match than we anticipated. And I was saying, comebacks are not uncommon when especially when both players are this evenly matched. Anything, the momentum can shift just like that. It can stop on a dime and just hit you when you least expect it.
He definitely can, but oh man, this is just it's definitely starting to deliver, y'all. It is definitely starting to deliver. This match is I mean, even when it was Vaxei up the early 2 or 3-0, you know, it was still very solid scores coming out of both of them while they were playing. And now we've got an even closer match on our hands. Vaxei, though, going for Hidden 4. I think this is a very, very solid pick for him. This is the Hidden Tech map. Really tough slider velocity changes in this map as well. You know, we talked about the mod advantage on Hidden for Vaxei. Definitely a more seasoned tournament Hidden player than mrekk. I don't think mrekk unfamiliar with the mod in the slightest, but within a tournament setting, it just becomes a different beast entirely. The types of maps you find in tournaments like this one are far more gimmicky than where you usually apply Hidden in solo play.
God, even the beginning can just be an early combo break part as well. It's just so scary to be hitting streams like that right out of the gate, and just not a lot of time to ease into the map. But I don't know, mrekk opening up with a double S, love to see it. Looking a lot smoother than before. You know, maybe waking up a bit, getting a second win, getting that late night or morning. I'm bad with time. Late morning, something like that. Adrenaline.
Early afternoon.
The all-nighter adrenaline. That's the term I was looking for. I was trying to like combine 8 terms together, and none of them worked.
Both of them still holding on to the full combo here at about the 1/3 mark, though. We saw some really unfortunate slow slidering happen at about the halfway point in this map between Flying Tuna and Bubbleman earlier on in this weekend. We're hoping none of that happens to either of these two players right now. It was on that slider, so both of them with the full combos intact going into the second half now. And that makes it real tense between these two. You have to just pray that you hold on to the combo for either of these players. If you are, you know, getting into either of their thought processes, just, okay, hit more of the map, hit more of the patterns. The ending in this map, though, very, very difficult. It really starts to pick up in intensity when you get into that last quarter of the pick, as so many maps do. And you're going to be hard-pressed to keep the combo during that section. It's likely going to come down to who misses first on the ending here, as they both still hold that FC.
Yeah, the technicality ramps up in all facets. And there's even some, I think even right here, there's, I think, like a rhythmic change, some 1/3.
There it is.
mrekk is going to catch the first miss there. Well, that's going to be another miss. Vaxei is going to be sprinting away with this lead, especially since this map really doesn't have a lot of combo. Somewhere around like 1,000, really, which is, especially since the first half isn't that difficult compared to the second half. That's just, you know, a lead waiting to be thrown away for whoever misses first. And score deficit way too harsh at this point, and we might see a second FC from Vaxei in this finals pool.
All right, so I mean, even if mrekk doesn't miss there, he still loses. The accuracy from Vaxei is just that good that it doesn't matter.
How did both players hit that ending?
Yeah, the ending is also ridiculous,
I was
by the way.
Floored. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, this is some performance, though, from Vaxei. 2 full combos in a row on his own picks right now. So, you know, yeah, sure, misses on mrekk's pick on DT1 in the middle of those two, but you can't ask for much better on your own picks than full combos twice in a row, right? Your opponent just has to have better accuracy than you and full combo, neither of which mrekk really was able to pull off on that pick. So Vaxei in a very good position with these hidden picks, but is finally out of that mod, so we are going to be seeing something else come out from him next time. But before we get there, Double Time 2 is on the table for mrekk.
This is one of the lengthier DT picks. I think it is the lengthiest, if I remember correctly. I think it's somewhere around like 250, a little short of 3. So, and I'm trying to think what in particular struck me about this map. I mean, I think its difficulty curve is pretty consistent-ish all around. It's very awkward because it's the lowest AR by far of the DT picks. There's like a 10.6 AR pick in this pool, which is insane. But this one kind of holds back a little bit, holds back in that facet. But I mean, where there's a hold back, there's a punch waiting for you. And Jesus, this one just does not let up.
Yeah, welcome to high spacing patterning in this map, by the way. This is ridiculously high spacing. And we do want to shout out, thank you all for coming out, for watching, and making sure that this match gets the attention it deserves. I don't think it's very often you see a 1v1 between two players of this caliber, so it's fantastic to see so many people coming out and wanting to watch this matchup between these two players. So thank you all for coming out, and let's get back into this one, because the map is going to start to pick up in a second as we get into the first KI time in this one. mrekk with an early miss on some of those space streams, so maybe getting the nerves out of the way a little bit. He's going to need to be able to hold that combo together as we go through these types of patterns.
Oh my god,
it's Vaxei instead who holds it together.
Those are so nutty. Like, I can't even... the space, the variation, or the... God, I combined two words. The variation in spacing for some of those streams are just uncanny. I can't even believe Vaxei's still holding this combo. mrekk is recovering a little bit, which is great. Definitely needs to build up some kind of combo if they want to mitigate that score deficit. So, you know, down a good bit, but I don't think it's impossible. But it's definitely going to be, you know, more than difficult.
I mean, what do you do, though, if you are mrekk? You just have to pray for a miss. You just have to pray for him to miss, because it's not happening right now. He's already, 2 for 2 on the last 2 picks that he's had. Is he going to make it a third full combo on your own pick right afterwards?
We selected these maps for you to miss at least once, right?
Dear Lord, man.
I
mean, he's just still going.
Both of these players hitting these. These players are sick. They really are.
mrekk is
just shaking up.
He's just given up on this one, man, and it's understandable. Look at the score coming out of Vaxei right now. Finally misses at 900k. Over 3/4 of the way into the map, finally drops a miss. There is just nothing that mrekk can do on that one. Really, unfortunately, on his own pick, does drop that break point, and now it's going to be match point for Vaxei, up 6-2 in this matchup. Just really dominating performance on these last few picks.
I will say, this is one of the few times, I think this is the first time I've commentated a match where it's a match point, but the other opponent has a chance to, or it's the other opponent's turn to pick the map. So, or wait, no, it is Vaxei's turn. Never mind. Forget everything I've said. The streak still continues. Vaxei on match point and has the pick as well. I don't know why I mixed the two up. I guess Vaxei just performed so well on that. I thought it was his pick. I completely lost my train of thought, but probably going to opt for, I kind of want to see what's left real quick. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head.
He's already made his choice. He knows exactly which maps.
Oh yeah, there it is. We're going in order. DT3.
Oh yeah. This is just a straight up tech map in double time. This is just AR 10.3, 270 BPM tech, and that's it. There are some bursts in this map, as one has when you map a 5-star tech map, and there's a lot of slider aim in this map, as one does when you map 5-star tech. But aside from that, the difficulty is mostly coming from it being sped up 1.5 times and you needing to read it not only on high approach rate, but at 270 BPM. Now, all of those same types of patterns. So really, really tricky map. Both of these players should honestly be very good at this type of stuff, though. We'll see if mrekk is able to hold off the advance from Vaxei, though. This is match point. This is for top 2. This is for a guaranteed spot in grand finals that Vaxei is picking this map, trying to end it off here early 7-2 and guarantee himself that top 2 spot and that winner's bracket advantage in grand finals as well.
Yeah, some of these bursts are lightning fast too. I mean, 270 BPM 16th notes, or sorry, 1/4 notes. Definitely a difficult point, but I mean, look at these sliders. I mean, how are you going to keep up with this? It's so freaking hectic. And I was just about to say, mrekk really needs to get a good first half going if they want to keep up with Vaxei, but just not able, really good in the mid to late game, mrekk, but just not able to build up that combo or that score to kind of either match or get some kind of lead.
And Vaxei is just still going strong once again. There's not a lot else to say besides that this kind of performance really is ridiculous. We see another slider break come out of mrekk. but Vaxei, seemingly no issue. 99.2% on the full combo. And this is, I think, mrekk basically giving it over at this point. He has already accepted the loss, and with no combo to his name at the halfway point, it's honestly understandable. Vaxei is crazy. You are correct,
mrekk showing nothing but respect, and you got to respect that in and of itself. You know, you love to see the sportsmanship between two prodigies. Really admire each other's skills and skill sets. And yeah, I mean, this was a pretty good match, all things considered. You know, I mean, what can you do though when Vaxei is comboing 80 to 85% of the map guaranteed, like almost every time? I mean, there really isn't a lot you can do besides out-ack him. Like, you just have to keep up. There's really no other choice. And at this point, it's you know, Vaxei's just balling out, you know. And are we gonna see a never mind.
We are not. Only I get to do that, Etienne.
I was gonna say, I should have let you take that over. But 900k, absolutely nothing to scoff at. And another thing to especially not scoff at is that Vaxei gets a place in grand finals of YUKI AIM tournament.
What an incredible performance, man. I mean, that is 3 full combos in a row at... no, not quite 3 full combos in a row at the end there, but very close to 3 FCs in a row for Vaxei. Only slider breaks there on that play.